Jury selection is beginning in the sex assault trial of 5 former World Junior hockey players in London, Ontario. The allegations date back to a Hockey Canada gala event in 2018, but they did not become public until the year 2022. All 5 have pleaded not guilty. Let's bring in Sean O'Shea, joining us from London for that trial as it begins. Good afternoon, Sean. Thanks so much for making the time. What is day one of this trial shaping up to be like?
Hello, Candace. Well, day one is primarily jury selection for this very high-profile case. We're in front of the London courthouse. This trial is taking place in the biggest courtroom on the 14th floor. It is jammed. There are more lawyers and defendants and members of the court team in there than there are spectators, just because of the seating setup. Now, we saw earlier this morning all of the 5 defendants come into the court. Each has different defense counsel, and each arrived at the London courthouse accompanied by the lawyers who will be representing them over the course of this trial, which 8 weeks was set out for this, 8 weeks allotted for this trial. Whether it will actually take that long, we don't know, but in fact, the trial now is underway, Candace.
And Sean, what does seem to happen whenever these horrific or these types of horrific allegations are brought forward, some systemic issues are as well brought to light, in this case Hockey Canada. Do you think we can expect more of that over the course of the trial? What's at stake here?
Well, lots of issues about hockey culture are going to come out in this trial. We know that. Is there something about hockey culture that has to do with whether events like these or allegations like these can come forward? I spoke to a sports management professor at Brock University. He talked about that. Here's what he had to say. Enough
is known to know that what went on here, no matter if someone is found guilty or not. The communications that were leaked, the text messages back and forth, the insistence on silence, these are things that we already know.
So this trial, as I said, is going to be a long one, and it is a trial that will involve the key testimony of the complainant, the female who's at the center of this. She made this allegation after an event at a hotel not too far from here. That was in June of 2018. Originally, the London police did not lay a charge. There was media reporting on a civil case, and then police reopened the investigation. They laid charges a little over a year ago, and that's where we are today in terms of this trial. That female complainant here will, to some extent, according to lawyers, be also put on trial herself, because she's going to have to recount what happened, and then she's going to have to listen to and respond to cross-examination questions from each of those lawyers. Here's what a professor from the University of Alberta told me that's what that's going to look like.
There are a lot of problems with hockey culture, and the prevalence of sexual violence is one of them. She is going to be very vigorously cross-examined by high-profile defense lawyers, and that will happen 5 times. And this is an 8-week trial. She is going to be on the stand for a very long time.
Jury selection is taking place today, and then we expect possibly opening statements in this trial as early as tomorrow, some evidence, and then the evidence given by the female complainant likely early next week. She could be in the witness box for 2, possibly even 3 days. Candace.
Okay, Sean, thanks so much for the update.